Thank you again for watching another video of mine called Sharing Life with You. I hope that this Sunday you are doing well, you and your family. Today, I just want to go ahead and recap a couple of the things that I have talked in my previous videos. And I hope that in every video that you watch, that you take some time to really think about it. Um, I know that there are a lot of good speakers out there in the world today, and there are a lot of good preachers as well for those who attend church. But I just want, through these short little videos, to be able to take you out of your daily activity and bring you into a place of meditation and a place of reflection. In other words, I think that um, our lives are extremely busy today, and we sometimes could walk away or disconnect ourselves from what really is important, you know. And when I think about today, is there any guarantee in life today as far as protection, as far as income in our homes, a job that we have, or a career that you may have, you know? And I think that um, the desire that I have is to be able to bring uh, life back into uh, where we are today. In other words, you know, because we can get into the mechanic of simply waking up in the morning and getting ready for the day and run some chores and do some things uh, around the house. And at the end of the day, we really didn't take time to really reflect on ourselves and even in family. And I think that um, we're losing this today. Um, and I think that we need to come back to what is important and then put the other things in second place and in third place if that is what needs to be done. You know, running around and doing a lot of things in your life um, really uh, doesn't advance your life in happiness and true fulfillment, in other words. And I think that what I desire through my videos is to be able to take you out of all of the social media that's out there, um, the time that people spend watching TV or listening to music or on their cell phones, and bring you to a place to where you really think about what life is. I always love to talk about the importance of life because every day that goes by uh, is a day that we're closer to our eternity. And I know that a lot of people do not think about that because they're only thinking about the moment. And I think that we need to wake up um, to why are we here on earth and what can I do while I'm here that could be a blessing not only for ourselves but also for the world. you know um, I know that there is a lot of um, protests that goes on in the world today, and I know that there are a lot of things that people are trying to do to be able to change certain laws that are in the land today, in order to be able to bring some justice and some righteousness back to the world we live in today. And I think that uh, what really would make a change is when we look at our lives and where we are, how we love um, other people. And I think that the absence of love, the absence of God's love, um, the results are what we see today. And there is no fear um, of the things that we see, because there's always hundreds of promises um, that God has for us, you know. And I think that if you spend your majority and your majority of the time or effort, in other words, always looking at all of the problems that are going on, then you really can't spend time thinking about the promises that are given, you know. And when love is abused and love is not understood, then people act the way they act and do the things that they do. And that is something that will be normal, in other words. It's not something that is, oh my God, I can't believe that they did this, you know. When love is present and love is understood in our lives, we act in a certain way towards people. We act in a certain way towards the law. We act a certain way in just about everything that we do in life, because we realize that what makes a big difference is how we share love to others. And I think that this is the things that we need to come back to, you know. And when you can come back to life, things that pertain to life, and begin to understand that all of the attractions and all of the distractions that go around shouldn't take us away from the things that are important, you know. And we need to go back, and I know that I said this one time in my video, and I probably have said it 2 or 3 times in my video, of always going back to the beginning and really understanding life, you know, love, to be able to put this into a daily lifestyle that we need to do. And my videos that I share with you are about life, in other words. And you struggle in your life in many areas, and how can you change? Well, change comes when you understand and accept the truth about yourself. But when there is love that you begin to understand, and the love that you begin to live by, it changes you, and it changes your view on a lot of things in life. I always believe that, and what I have done in my life is to begin to live a life based on love and not on what I feel, in other words. And not only that, I've also worked on changing how I think about what surrounds me. And if you can change the way you think, then you can also change your surrounding. And I believe that is to be true, you know. But when we just live life on a routine, and we simply wake up in the morning and we go out of the house and we say bye to the family, and we come home, we miss out on the lessons that life brings to us, and all of the blessings that we could have, that we simply just let them go, you know. And what I want to be able to do with my videos is to be able to share that with you, and that you come to an understanding that what really is important is how I live my life, and not how other people are doing it, you know. That's what's important. And I hope that through my little short videos that I continue to share with you will bring you to that place of meditation, and that place of seeing where you are at, and the changes that need to be done. And when you're able to do this, then you're able to start making these changes. You know, um, blaming people, accusing people, uh, having thoughts of envy and anger towards someone really doesn't set you free. It actually just it imprisons you and it ties you down, you know. But when you're able to just free yourself from all of this and all of the opinions from people, and you really accept the truth about yourself, and sometimes the truth about yourself isn't what you really want to hear or know, but that's the only way that you can begin to make these changes. And I believe that you can. I believe that there is possibilities when there is that desire for true change, and then there's a change of thought, because you do have to change the way you think of yourself and even the way you think of people, you know. Letting go is something that I say a lot, and I've learned to let go about a lot of things. And I think that when you learn how to let go and you pick yourself up and you move on forward with life, you accept the decisions you make, and you learn to work with them, and you learn the lessons that come with them, and you no longer blame people. And I think that that's what's important, and this is what I want from the videos that I share with you. And I hope that in every video that I share with you, there is something that you can take and hold dear to your heart that will help you to change. You know, whether you're a man or woman, we all are faced with challenges, changes that need to be done. And I think that when you begin to move forward in life, even though at the moment everything seems to be the same, the more you press forward and the more you move forward and you allow God's love through you and to manifest himself through you, things begin to change. First in you, it begins to get rid of all of this garbage that has been in there for such a long time. And in order for you to want any change or see any change, you have to get rid of the garbage from within you. And I had talked about that in my previous video as to what is in your luggage. And you don't want to continue to live life like this anymore. I think that it's about time that you begin to make some changes for the better. And there are times you have to learn to let go of people, of things that you're doing, in order for you to move on with life and see what life is all about, the beauty of it. And when you do this and you begin to practice this in your life, you're going to begin to understand the importance of what life is, and you're going to understand what God's love is in you and through you for people. You can read all the books that are available to you in the world today, but until you begin to understand the importance of what it's really saying to you, it is only knowledge that you gain, and that's it, and you stay the same. But when you're able to accept the truth about yourself and tell yourself, it's time for me to get up, it's time for me to stop blaming people, it's time for me to begin to change the way that I think, and control my thoughts and control my feelings, and begin to love people regardless, and not think about it, and not analyze it, and not try to overthink it. Simply just choose to love and allow the opinions of people just to be that, their opinion. And for you to really understand who you are as a person and begin to value what you are and your purpose in life, you would move on. You move on with life, and everything else has its time. And that is the best way to live life. I would continue to share more of the same type of videos with you, and I hope that in every video that you shared with someone who is in need, maybe you find yourself that it doesn't apply to you, it doesn't have nothing to do with you, but there's someone that you know that may need to hear this. So simply share it with them, and I hope that you would continue to have a wonderful evening today, and until the next video, see you then.